Good evening, everybody. How's it going? What day is it? Who knows? Who cares? Doesn't matter. All that matters is we're still here. You're here, and I'm here, and Raid's here.
No.
Well, Raid's not here.
Yes.
He's been in kind of a mood today. I wouldn't say a bad mood, but definitely an interesting mood.
Well, I must say, I strongly agree with you.
That's not very common.
All right.
But I'm not complaining.
Roger that.
Hey, Meneth. Super glad you're enjoying the music, my friend. I am as well. Within this synth jam, there's a lot of feelings. I express a lot of emotion in music that I don't express in words. And in that sense, it's a very cathartic process for me to engage with. Because it's like I'm engaging with my emotion, with my feelings, in a way that is probably very healthy, I think. Who knows? Hi, Swift. Hi, Nemo. It's good to see you guys. And hello to anybody else who might be watching. I hope you're having a good day. And I hope you're excited to play some Prodeus. I'm really excited. I really wanted to play this yesterday, but didn't really have enough time, and it kind of deserves more of a focus. So that's what we're gonna do, and I can't wait. Along the lines of what we talked about yesterday, I have updated my config for this game based on our research with the DualSense controller. And all I've really done is increase the gyro sensitivity, as well as the touchpad sensitivity. And even though that's not really that drastic, after spending a week with that controller, everything feels drastic, but in the best possible way. I love the music in this game too. The music is so good in this game. Sometimes I like turning off the music in game and just letting the synth jam play, because it really like changes the vibe and the tone, for lack of a better word, even though tone is probably a very accurate word. But sometimes a game just has such good music that you just have to respect it and allow it to stand on its own. Okay. Before we jump into the game, I want to show you we had to figure something out for our weapon switching. We made some discoveries with the DualSense controller regarding navigating the weapon menu, and that's one of the things that I've kind of sort of adopted in this config now, because there's a lot of weapons in this game, a whole lot. There's like 16 available. I don't know if all those weapons are in the game currently, but when you go through the keybinds and you think, well, I certainly want to bind all my weapons to a specific individual key and access those how I see fit. But when there's so many, it becomes kind of crazy. And so what I've opted for is to just use the in-game weapon selection, which pauses the game when it comes up, which is handy. And I navigate it, specifically using this action layer. So left shoulder pulls us into this action layer, hits G, or Q I should say, which pulls up the weapon menu. And then our WASD on our left touchpad becomes empty so that we can use our right touchpad to navigate the weapon menu. And I think this is an improvement over what I had before. There was something strange which you may encounter with other games, and perhaps you've come up with clever solutions for this particular problem. But I'll show you what I've come up with in this case for this game. You see, what would happen was Q would bring up your weapon menu, and then when you would leave Q, you would let go of Q, it would still, for a fraction of a second, be reading your WASD movement keys as your weapon selection. So you let go of Q, and if you're pressing in one of those directions, it would automatically switch to that weapon. You wouldn't realize it was happening unless you really pay attention and see that as you let go of Q, it snaps over to whatever direction that you're holding on to. It may be a bit of a bug, but ultimately we can fix it. And the way we're fixing it, I'll show you. So when we hold left shoulder, it goes into this action layer and it holds Q, as you can see right here. And actually, we're going to turn this off. It should be off, but it works either way, but it should be off technically. And release press. Release press removes the action layer. And all I had to do was increase the fire end delay. And by doing that, it fixed the problem. So this way, we're leaving Q behind a bit later, and it just works. So experiment with your fire end delays and your fire start delays sometimes. These might not be the most commonly used settings, but sometimes they're exactly what you need. I've discovered there are these trials in this game, and they are so much fun. Let me show you. You go through the portal, so you already know you're in for a treat. And now, all right, check this out. This is the rockets trial. All right, Raid, are you ready?
Maybe.
All right, here we go. Almost ready. Have to fix my headphones.
That was just stupid.
All right. I'm ready. You ready, Red?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Just have to unwind my gyro so it's not coiled. You always want to be sure that you decoil your gyro before you start playing with any gyro aiming, because a coiled gyro, you're going to be on top of the ceiling and everything's going to be inverted. And that's definitely not conducive to effective gyro aiming, obviously. Come on. Ready? We're going to shoot the targets. We're not going to use these guns, though. We're going to use our rocket launcher. Before we begin, let's check this. That's kind of like before. I was saying before, the sensitivity is higher than I would have set it before. Basically, here's kind of how it's working. I'm setting it up so that if I have the controller straight and I'm looking straight ahead, and now I have acceleration turned on, so I want to do this slowly, but I turn the controller and I want to turn it sideways because this is still effective. You wouldn't want to play like this, but I can still get shots, twitching far like that. So, but for what it's worth, I'll start straight and then I'll just slowly turn it, and I want to do a 360. And now remember, this is with acceleration on high, so you can actually do a 360 before you get that far, And it's nice. I think that's kind of where that's sort of the metric that I'm gonna maintain, because that's what I did RoboQuest and Doom and a number of other games so far, and that's where I'm feeling I like that high sensitivity setting. All right, here we go. Oh, hold on. We have to restart because we're on a timer here, so we got to go quickly. Squashed him. Oh, wrong way. Oh no, I screwed up. That time I did a 180 instead of a not 180. My mistake. Damn it. Oh, shoot. This level is so cool. It almost feels like a... Oh, no, I jumped too soon. Like a race. Like it is a race, but but it also feels like a race. So I guess they accomplished what they were probably trying to do. Damn it. I blew it. Thank God for splash damage. We did it! All right, let's see what our time is. Oh, we didn't kill everyone. 1:13:22. I like it. Let's do it again. Gotta do it again. What? So you don't just want to shoot at the target, and you don't want to just like shoot at the guys, you know, because then you might also have to shoot another shot at the target. So what you want to do is you want to shoot right in between them, and then do a left trigger soft pull to detonate your rocket. So then that way you kind of get the whole area of effect and take everything out, including the button at the same time. So that's. Oh, hold on. I don't know if the timer starts as soon as the level loads, or what, but. Like that. I love the creativity in the levels, you know? How the stairs come out and smash everyone. How this thing falls on top of these dudes. Oh, it's great. How was that? Oh, we still didn't kill everyone. Who are we missing? 106.80. All right, let's do it again. I think we could do better. Damn it. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's those guys. I gotta keep my eye out for other enemies and stuff. Oh, what's this? Oh, what are you doing? Wait, where am I? How did I go this way? All right, we're not getting our score for this one, but I'm just curious. So that opens up. I shoot that one, and then this opens, and then I can go through here. And then... Where? I'm so confused. All right, let's do it. Let's do it again. Well, Nemo, if you ain't first, you're last. So, unfortunately, the math is just not in my favor. Yeah, but wait, wasn't there a different or maybe I'm just confused. Maybe I went around in a circle here and then I thought that I went someplace different. I feel like this map is only making me more confused. And the stairs will squash you if you are not careful. Whoa, 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 what's over here? Oh, a different way. Wait. Oh, yeah, huh? Wait. How did this happen? Where's... Can I go this way? Wow, there's like different routes that you can take. Wait, I'm so confused. Over here and then... Oh, shoot. You jerks. Oh, damn it. All right, we're definitely not beating our time, but I want to see where all the bad guys are. Sometimes they're hiding. I mean, that felt like it was everybody, but maybe not. Yeah, see? I'm still missing some. All right, stand by for a second. This game is got me too hot and too bothered. I gotta turn the air down. We've turned the air down. We've reversed all polarities. We have opened the portals. And now, we're ready to shoot the targets. All of them this time. Oh. Yeah, sorry, Menens. That's the downside of living with people who like things warm. For sure. But it is nice to open a window and have a cold breeze blow through. I'm with you. For the longest time, there was a lot of stuff that we couldn't do in engineering because it would get very hot. Just like Earth computers and stuff, things heat up and the space parts get extremely hot. But I got a mini split air conditioning thing installed, and it's just been life-changing. It's just been the most wonderful thing having that installed because, I spent so long dealing with such heat because I thought it would be too expensive. And it's only like $30 a month or something ridiculous. I can't remember, but it's just the best feeling now to be able to have cold air when you need it. Yeah, you know, Swift, the Warframe default config, whatever you're experiencing, just know that it gets so much better than that config. That config is is very challenging, and it's not the best. I don't know if the person who made that config is like a Steam controller person, or if they just spent some time trying, and that's great. But I spent years, literally years, building my Warframe config because it's a complicated game, and there's a lot that you can do with that configurator. So know that the possibilities with that game in particular and the Steam controller are just astounding. So don't be discouraged if that default configuration is a nightmare or becomes, frustrating. It's like, wow, moving my hands does something, right? It's one of the best parts of gyro-aiming is the fact that it creates a connection between you and the game, a physical connection, to where physically moving your actual body. I mean, I know that we all know how a gyro works. You don't need me to explain it. But I like to sort of appreciate that physical connection that we get inside the game. It makes everything feel more tangible in a way. I don't know. I love Warframe, man. Oh, hold on. You know what? Let's just take our time for a second and look for these sneaky ninja bad guys that we can't seem to find. Where are they hiding? Yeah, that's where I came from. And then I went around. I don't see anyone out there. Oh, hey, look. Huh. Oh. There they are. Okay. All right, so then how did we get there? I'm sure that that's it. I'm sure that those were the guys. All right, now let's see if we can work that into our route. If I could actually remember how we did that. Oh, I can't believe we made that. "100%, guys? 100%? Yay, we got them all! 115.49. Oh, we could do better. We could do better now that we know where the guys are hiding, but we'll continue. Because I want to show you some of the other ones, too. They're really creative. It's not just, they're not all the same, you know, like go through a little place and kill all the guys with a certain weapon. It's, they do a lot of interesting things specific to the weapon. So like, yeah, check this one out. So there's multiple targets, and then look at, so like you hit it and it goes a little bit, but you hit it multiple times and it goes a lot. You see the door? See how that works? Like, that's so cool. And it really accommodates the strengths of each weapon. But you know, I forgot to mention, one of the things that I updated to this config was I lowered even more the vertical scale sensitivity. So now my swipes are even more, oh, damn it, horizontally centric. You got to be mindful of the reloading in this game. I'm still getting used to having to reload. Apparently, it's somewhat of a controversial choice, putting reloading in a game like this. I'm not really opposed to it, though. It's just something you got to be aware of. 121.99. Hey, but we got all the guys. Yeah. You know, in here's where here's what it looks like. Here's where it's at. So normally I would put it like around here. I would start like around here, but putting it all the way down here seemed pretty extreme. But I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Especially because I've increased the gyro sensitivity as well as the vertical scale over here. You know, this is sort of a default, you know, well, the default is right here, but I always bump it up to like under the E. In some games now, I'm going even much higher. In Warzone, I'm going much higher with this. All right, let's do this again. No, I can't climb. And you can't double jump. I don't know if I'd call it a criticism, but man, I would certainly love it if I could double jump in this game. As well as dash. And there is a dash button. There's a dash button. A mapping for dash. It doesn't do anything at the moment, but I'm hopeful that maybe in the future it will. Damn it. Oh, no, same spot. That's so dumb. What a dumb way to die. I'm surprised Raid's not taking advantage of all of my failures to point them out. No, come on. Squished him. Bummer. 107.63. Let's try again. Style of input, right touchpad. Style of input is mouse. Yeah, I pretty much always do mouse on my right touchpad. Unless I'm doing something kind of experimental, like if I'm doing like a radial on the right touchpad and for like an always, you know, like an all gyro config, or if I'm playing a game where it doesn't have proper, you know, keyboard and mouse support, then I'll use, you know, mouse-like joystick. Or, you know, in Everspace, I use mouse joystick, okay, which it sort of emulates like a mouse, right? But here's the thing, you go over here and you use edge spin radius, you turn that up, and then you essentially have both. So you have your swipes, which control like a mouse, and then on the outer edge, it functions like a regular joystick, which can be really, really handy, especially in a flight game. Because what I do, since this is reading as a joystick, that right touchpad is reading as the right joystick, in the game, I will set the Y-axis on right joystick to vertical strafing. And what's neat about it is you have the functionality of a joystick where you can just, you know, touch the outer edge, and it functions like moving the stick up. But you can also slide your thumb up and down to sort of control your ship. Now, Everspace is one of the games that I do this with, and it's really, really satisfying because it feels good like a mouse, but then you can just move it up here and you don't have to like keep swiping for days. I don't use that, you know, edge spin radius on my regular mouse because I use the a D-pad mode shift on a right pad click, and if I had the edge spin on, then I would be activating that edge spin when I go to prepare to click on one of those quadrants. So that's why I don't use, you know, edge spin, even though it's really valuable. So depending on the kind of game that you play, it's not always, you know, out of the question to use a mouse joystick style of input as opposed to a mouse. Mouse is not always better. For me, particularly because of the games I play, mouse is almost always better because I almost always play FPS games that benefit more from a regular mouse functionality. Games that sort of favor speed and accuracy over other things. But if you're playing something that's sort of joystick focused or centric, then you might find that using mouse joystick in addition to experimenting with edge spin can make some really, really unique solutions for some particular games. But yeah, I'm a mouse touchpad guy. And I've experimented now with a lot of the different options like flick stick and even having snaps. And this is something I'm going to experiment with again, is putting snaps on here, taking the mouse off and just doing snaps. But I feel like I've got the best of both worlds because I can click down to get to my snaps on a right pad click with a D-pad under the touchpad. So between that and having the mouse, I use both of them all the time. So I don't really want to get rid of one or the other. So I'm kind of happy with both. But that's not to say that it's not worth experimenting. Like right there, when I was going down that little stairwell, I was snapping. That was a snap. That was a snap. Snaps are great, especially once it clicks in your brain, the distance that you're gonna snap. And that's why I don't like using like, it's FOV dependent. It's more FOV dependent than anything else. So basically I adjust my snap amount, my mouse delta amount to be related to the edge of my screen. So then I can sort of, so it's like I have 3 crosshairs. I've got a crosshair in the middle of the screen, and then the right edge becomes a crosshair, and the left edge becomes a crosshair. So if I'm going through a room, and I'm shooting a guy in front of me, and I know there's another guy over here to the left, then as I'm shooting this guy, and I shoot him, I might make a little micro adjustment away from the guy on the left, just so that he lines up with that left screen edge crosshair, and then I snap, and then boom, he's right in the center of my screen. It's a minuscule efficiency improvement. It probably doesn't translate to a lot, and it's not like I couldn't just use the gyro or just use the touchpad. But having that other option and making it a part of the workflow, I find I use it way more than I would, using the gyro, and it keeps my hands centered. And that's one of the things that's really important too, is if you can keep your hand in a neutral position all the time, you're gonna have a way better time with your gyro. But what gets the most frustrating for me, and when I was learning always on gyro, the most frustrating is when you don't really realize, but your hand is like this, and then you're trying to do stuff, and you're like, I'm so freaking frustrated by this. So the snaps help you maintain that neutral forward position. So thinking about those edges of the screen like additional crosshairs could be a nice way to approach the whole snapping thing and to figure out how much your mouse delta setting needs to be to get it exactly to that edge of the screen. Because you can't just say, oh, just 90 degrees or whatever, or because it's dependent on your FOV. So it's gonna be different. Man, I love this. I'm not gonna do it again because I think that was as good of a score as I'm probably gonna get tonight. I really need to experiment with flick stick via Joyshock mapper because I don't feel like I've given it a fair shake. Only, trying the Steam implementation. And I would hate to find out that the Steam implementation was so bad and I develop an opinion on flick stick based on Steam's implementation, not the actual creator of the protocol's implementation, but the experience in Steam. It just doesn't feel as efficient, because if I want to turn around Well, a 180 snap is absolutely the fastest way for me to turn around. So pulling a stick down or sliding my thumb, you know, down doesn't feel as efficient. And the fact that the setting has to be so dialed in, it just doesn't feel like it's worth the investment of time for me. And I thought it would be different maybe on a controller like this than a touchpad, because the touchpad is so large. And really, you don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to like discourage people from experimenting with it at all. But when I think about the touchpad, I think about the benefits of the touchpad. One of the biggest benefits, in my opinion, is having this right pad click to D-pad mode shift. And if you're running flick stick, that's not really going to work, because in order to activate the lower, action down here, you're going to have to put your thumb down there, and then doing so with flick stick is going to turn you around. So you can't really use this right pad click mode shift D-pad function. And I don't see flick stick being so beneficial that it's worth getting rid of this functionality. The case could be, possibly very different with a joystick, obviously, because you're not able to do this with a, I mean, you are able to do this with a joystick, but not without also losing, not without also engaging the joystick, the top level function. Whereas with this, we don't have to really engage the top level function. You don't have to be swiping your thumb around. You can just pick it up and drop it on the area that you want and click down. And your mouse, movement is going to be very minimal, especially if you have your minimum movement threshold set up. Which honestly, I haven't spent much time with minimum movement threshold because I don't use right touchpad to activate the gyro, and I feel like this is probably more of a relevant function or setting for that, because when I go to move on the touchpad, I'm pretty much deliberate at that moment. I'm putting my thumb down on there to do that. So I don't know. I set it at 3 ticks almost always, and then I just kind of leave it at that. I don't really spend too much time on it. Yeah, more than JoyShock, more than my interest in JoyShock Mapper, I have an interest and a real fondness for Jib Smart, like the dude who's making it. There's something about that level of creativity and effort that I have just a tremendous amount of respect for. I spent so many years, like who was it? Somebody in their introduction mentioned Gothans. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please let me know. But he mentions DualShock 2 plus Joy to Key to the Steam controller. I experimented so much with Joy to Key and not a DualShock, but a Xbox controller. Not for games, but for music stuff. I was using it for music, and there was like a handful of people that were doing some really weird things with Joy to Key and MIDI translation, and it would blow my mind how much work and time these people would put into coming up with these amazing solutions. And it was so irrelevant to 99.99% of the population. But these guys, it was relevant to them, and they would put in so much effort and so much work. And this was at a time where you really couldn't financially support these guys. There weren't platforms like Patreon and different things. The best you had was maybe donating a couple of bucks over PayPal, but even that wasn't really normalized. So nowadays, when I see somebody making something that's like super creative and super clever and not necessarily the most relevant and mainstream thing, I can't help but be like, oh, I want that to succeed. I want that to work. I want him to do well. And it feels good to see that stuff, and especially from the gyro angle. I think it's always good to have people out there pushing things forward in the world of gyro aiming. And I wish I liked it more. And maybe if I was more into a traditional gamepad, that would be more of a solution, though I honestly doubt it, because the mouse deltas, the snapping, just feels better for me, at least for the kinds of games that I play. You know, where turning around as super fast is a benefit. I love how the sprites and the models look in this game. Oh, this one's fun. Oh, when you land your shot. It's even fun when you don't land your shot. But just less effective. Whoa, hey, what are you doing back there? I don't appreciate that. Oh shoot. Raid, him and his replays. He doesn't even have it set up yet. But the grenade launcher in this game is unbelievably cool. You can do these sticky bombs. What was this one again? Oh yeah, that's like that plasma one. But you can do these awesome sticky bombs. And as long as you're holding alt fire, you keep shooting them, and then when you release alt fire, they all explode at the same time. It's probably the best grenade launcher I've ever used. And this is kind of neat. So your alt fire shoots like a homing beacon, and then look, anywhere you shoot, everything gets pulled towards the target. And you don't necessarily have to use the homing feature. Geez, those guys are really good at predicting your movement. Oh no! I think I'm still getting used to that higher sensitivity, so at certain distances it takes me a little bit more focus. Oh, hey, let's grab this. Oh, we don't need it. There's goodies everywhere. We need keys. This song in particular makes me think of Rammstein, like hardcore. Oh, shoot, they're all around me. If you line up the guys, they'll throw their fireballs at each other. I don't know if they take damage, like friendly fire damage, but at least those shots aren't going to hit you. That was close. I don't think I'm supposed to go down there. Hey, Warnetta, how's it going? Happy day to you. So glad you could join us. Did I find a key? No. Oh, I did. I must have found a key at some point. think I need it. I love the sounds on the guns. It's so good. Circle snapping. All right, enough circle snap. Yeah, Meneth, I know what you mean. I buy so many games. And it's always surprising, because even when I play, even when I like start going through the backlog, you know, there's a lot of games that I was so certain that I was gonna just really enjoy that I end up not liking, and it's hard to even bring up sometimes, because some of these games are just, they're objectively great games, and people love them, and I want to love them. So I'll end up keeping them beyond the return window because I don't know, determined to love them, and then I don't. And then it's always like some random game like Cyberhook, or, I mean, this isn't exactly random. I was looking forward to this, but it's still sort of random in terms of, you know, popular mainstream games. Luckily, though, most of the games that I play are not $70 games. At least there's that. Oh, damn it. Everyone's like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I'm like, Cyberhook. Damn. The shotgun guys, they've got just great aim. Is this the way? I think so. Oh yeah. there's somebody still alive over there? No, it's a body. Just a body. Whoa. Oh, hello. Secret uncovered. Grenade launcher time. Bonk. So see, he's got a sticky on him now. And now that guy does too. Now watch. I let go of the button. Boom! Look at that. And then the regular fire is an extremely powerful grenade that will kill you. Rune acquired. Oh, it's happening. It is happening now. And it is happening to us. Oh, shoot. All right, let's do it again. We're not going to get the highest score because we used a continue. And if you really want to go for the high scores, you just got to reset and start the level over. I like that they give you that option. I wish I had a dash, though. The dash would really take things to the next level. Geez, they're like almost translucent. Warning, evacuate area. All right, I'm down. Nice. Jeez, I love it. I love this game so much. And I guess, you know, it comes down to the maps. They do a good job. They've done a good job. And I hope they keep adding more. And with the community, you know, maps and stuff, there's probably going to be a lot to play for a long time. See, look at all this. Look at all these additional weapons. And then look at upgrades. Like, what's this? I don't know. Maybe a double jump. Maybe a dash. Maybe a backflip. Because backflips are cool. The Forge. A war forge powered by runes. Used to build and test new weapons. Alright, we're gonna go visit the Forge. Ominous music. Come on. Ah. And a lot of these enemies you got to be careful for because they explode and they'll do a good amount of damage to you if they get their goo on you when they explode. Sometimes it's hard to tell what goo is going to damage you and what goo is just going to be for fun. There's a lot of fun goo in this game, but there's also a lot of damaging goo. Shoot the targets. I thought you'd never ask. Oh, big boy. Holy shit. Right in the belly. Dude, you see those guys get squashed? That's awesome. This game has phenomenal dynamic squash mechanics, and I love it. How do I squash him? I want to squash him with that. I'll squash him with my bullets instead. The handgun's really good too. It's fun. When you ADS, it does like a, you know, like a little burst. Oh shoot. There's a lot of pushing buttons that you don't know what they do. Oh, look it. Look at this. It's like a super shotgun. Oh, with a quad shot. Oh, holy diver. You see that? Oh, shit. Oh, there's a catch, though. You got to hit the target. Who'd have thought? That's an interesting mechanic. Oh, it's so cool. What a cool reload animation, too. Boom! Look at that. Oh, that's good up here. Man, that is so cool. So you can either do 4 shots chambered or do them all at once. That's so cool. Oh, shit! All right, we'll have a Gatling gun off. Whoa, whoa. Painful goo. Oops. No, God damn it. No. That's a good demonstration of something that I don't like in a lot of games. As you can see, there is no soft pull dampening going on. Yet when you're using this weapon and some others, it does apply some dampening. And that's always a disappointing component, because you can't really tune for that since you use more than one weapon. So Oh shit, I timed that wrong. Try to be cool, doesn't work out.
You are just stupid.
No. Well, I mean, maybe, but that wasn't a stupidity thing. That was just bad timing thing.
Nonsense, I do not agree.
Okay, well, you're probably right.
Okay.
Ooh. Can you imagine glory killing in this game? That would be so cool. It would look amazing, I'm sure. Damn it. In my opinion, this platforming is so much more fun than what is found in Doom Eternal. As sacrilegious as it may be for me to say that, navigating these maps is truly infinitely more entertaining for me. Whoa, that was close. That almost squished me. Whoa, look at this dude. Holy smokes, he's insane. I like his arms. Or whatever the hell they are. imagine if that guy worked in like a tech support call center? People would probably treat him kind of different, you know? Because he's such a freak. With his big old claw arms, his featherless wings, constantly trying to eat his coworkers. It's very inappropriate. Yeah, I got a fancy energy gun too, dude. What are you gonna do? I'm a huge symphonic metal fan, and melodic death metal and pagan metal. Lots of the metals. Mostly the stuff that comes from, you know, non-domestic markets. Not really on purpose, but it just seems to work out that way. Whoa, that's crazy. Hey, look at that. It's Mewtwo. Wow, he's like, is he killing them or is he powering them up? Oh, I think they're fighting with the other guys. That's cool. He's a tough guy, too. Oh, he's all over now. Goodies. I didn't even mean to jump down. Oh, we did it. 95%. God, I love this game so much. This ends the early access campaign. We hope you enjoyed it so far. Keep an eye out for more updates. In the meantime, climb those leaderboards, check out the community maps, and give the level editor a spin. All right, so, I mean, it's not the longest game in the world, though obviously it's early access and they're going to be adding more to it. But there's still more to do. There's still unlocked or locked things, you know? So I guess I have to go through and find more runes to be able to unlock this, and there's probably another trial over there. Considering how many weapons there are, if they're going to make those trials for every weapon, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what else that they do here. Ammo cache? What's this? A hidden ammo cache just waiting to be found. Huh. You know, on the topic of music, and particularly metal, critical composer, the brilliant mastermind behind the Critical Input Steam controller channel that every Steam controller user should be subscribed to, or at least watch all those videos. I don't think he's making any more, but it's still, there's a wealth of valuable content on that channel. But he has another channel where he reviews and does reactions to music and predominantly metal. And he has done amazing stuff. And some of the bands that he highlights are some of my favorite bands, and it's so fun. I'm not like a reaction guy. I don't really watch any reaction things unless there's some like standout, like viral thing, you know, that's like particularly, you know, hilarious or noteworthy. But for the most part, I don't really listen. A lot of times it feels like they're faking it, you know? I just get that sense that like this is not your real reaction, and they're grasping at things to point out. They're grasping for insights. He feels really genuine, and he feels like he highlights things that I really appreciate. So as someone who enjoys like watching people talk about things that I love, like watching people talk about a game that I love, or watching people talk about Star Trek or movies or like film retrospectives and things like that, I've really enjoyed his videos, and I'm always hopeful that he's gonna, you know, post them here in the TRICOM at some point, you know. But I think that if you guys, you know, are interested in checking out and maybe discovering some new music, his channel is an amazing way to discover new music. Because not only are you going to hear the songs, but you're going to hear someone who's knowledgeable and passionate about them talk about why he likes them or why he doesn't like them. And it's always insightful and it's always mindful, and I really appreciate his content. So I would highly recommend you guys check him out. All right, now we're going to check out this cache though, because I don't know what this is about. Oops. 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 This is giving me Triforce vibes right now. This looks like a cargo bay. What is that thing? Oh, maybe it's like a timer? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, he did a Blind Guardian one. I think he may have done more than one. I can't recall. I haven't watched all of his videos, but I keep seeing, like, he did a Flesh God Apocalypse video that I added to my watch later. I can't wait to check out that. He recently did Devin Townsend, and I'm looking forward to watching that. I love Devin Townsend so much, and all of his various projects. Chaos generator entrance? What the hell is a chaos generator? What the hell is a weapon throne room? Arc rail. So these are just, is there combat in here, or is it just a sort of a museum? Oops. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Huh. Hey, look at us. Yeah, 100%, dude. Sure, it's good. I don't know what it's for, but I like it. Yeah, Helvetii is awesome. They're a great band. I've gotten to see them live a handful of times. Really, really good time. Well, a long time ago. All right. Before we head off for the night, let's... Oh, and then there's... See, I haven't looked at any of the campaigns. Ultimate Truck Surfer. Work in progress collection. The Truck Surfer levels. New levels will be added when ready, and older levels will be updated based off feedback. Let's try this. I kind of feel like with that band, they were great, and then there was drama, and some people left. And then it was just never the same. Oh, okay, Truck Surfer, I get it. This is gonna be a nightmare. Oh shit, see? Told you. All right, let's do it again. Whoa, 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 come on. No, this is gonna be so wonderful. No, again? All right, let's try the snaps. Let's use our snaps. No, no, no! God, I wish I had a double jump, man. I need the help. I need the help of a double jump. Can I kill the guy driving? Oh, look at that. Is it gonna explode now? All right, time to fist it up. Oh, I just pushed him off. I tried to jump. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it's brutal. Oh, no. Jeez, where's your cyber hook when you need it? Nope. Sometimes it doesn't register the jump, you know, because you're falling. Like you're stepping down and then you jump at the wrong time and like that. I swear I'm hitting the button, but... Oh no, come on. No, 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 no. What is this freaking thing? I'm jumping. Okay. Seriously? Okay, that's just frustrating. Yeah, no, that's just very frustrating. Like you're a little floaty. You're a little bit floaty when you fall. And so it doesn't register that you're jumping because your feet aren't technically on a surface. So you kind of have to jump and land and then jump. Good, good, good. You used to fly spaceships. You can jump on trucks. Oh, no, no. Oh, no. I got to get inside of that truck, I think. Oh, okay. Forget it. Forget it. Never mind. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. It's too much. Way too much. All right. If that campaign was longer, I would just keep playing. That game is so fun. Not that truck campaign. Oh, yeah, the convoy map. Man, I used to have so much fun in that game, Unreal Tournament. It's probably where it all started for me, maybe, if I think about it. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I always have a great time when we get together. Highlight of my day. And I love Prodeus. Man. So, just need you to know that. If you are interested, I'll have Raid post the config. In fact, before we even go, let me export this. Yes. Yes. What is the date today? Oh my God, it's December already. What do you know? The year just keeps on going. All right, Raid. I'm sending you the config. Don't interrupt me.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to send you this config. And if you don't mind, you can post this in the Steam controller channel.
Maybe.
And I would appreciate it.
Okay.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. There you are. All right. Now, as always, I don't recommend anyone use my config, but I recommend you give it a try. An experiment, because the best config is going to be the one that you make. Your hands are not my hands, or anyone else's hands for that matter. As far as I know, they're yours and yours alone. And every one of your little fingers, every one of your little thumbs, it's got its own will. And it wants to do things its own way. And it's up to you to figure out what that is. And then build your config to accommodate your little thumbs and your little fingers. That's where the fun's at. But if you're curious as to how I'm doing things, I'm more than happy to share the config so you can take a look. But just so you know, I don't put in the effort that Ramble does, labeling things and making them all nice and pretty and making a good little experience for everybody. Unfortunately, my configs are kind of a mess, but they're functional for me. But I'll post it. You guys can take a look. And I'd love to hear what you guys do with your Steam controller in Prodeus. Be really neat. And hopefully, I will learn from your ideas. Okay, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out and stopping by. I definitely appreciate it. Oh, Menon, yeah. Well, when your power went out, I figured we might as well shut everything down, so we're ending now. But I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for keeping me company in the live chat. And to anyone who might be watching this on YouTube, hi. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you were entertained. And I hope maybe you learned something about, I don't know, something. Maybe you were reading a book while you were watching and you learned something. That's the best case scenario, you know? Maybe you were making something. Maybe you were making dinner. Maybe you were making a blanket, a different kind of blanket, a very thick blanket, or maybe a very thin blanket. You know, any kind of blanket, whatever kind of blanket you wanted to make or you are making, I hope you did a good job, and I hope that I was able to provide some nice background for your blanket making. I've never known anybody who's made blankets before. I've always been interested in how they're made, and maybe if you wanted to join the TRICOM, you can come share with us how you make blankets, and maybe even show some of them off. Maybe I could even commission a Triforce blanket one day. That would be great. So if that sounds interesting to you, then check the link in the description. Membership to the TRICOM is open until the end of the year. meaning at the end of the year, membership, well, it won't be closed exactly, but the barrier to entry will increase. So if you are interested, now is the time. And if you're not interested, that's okay. I appreciate you sitting through my ramblings nonetheless. To those of you in the TRICOM, I appreciate you all. I can't wait to talk to you more tomorrow. And I believe, let me double check real quick. Okay, yes, I can confirm that tomorrow is a Wednesday. We all learned something today.
Yes.
And that means it's a Warzone Wednesday. And I'm super, super excited for Warzone Wednesday with the updated config. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I can't wait to play with you guys. So if any of you Triforce gamers, it's not Triforce gamers. That's what we called ourselves in the Triforce. We are the TRICOM gamers. It's different. I have to make that distinction. It's important. But nonetheless, any of you TRICOM gamers that want to play, Sora, if your video card's in, Sarcastic Warlock, if your golden knives are sharpened and ready, and anyone else, and Gyro-Aimers or not, controller users or mouse and keyboard players, all of us, let's do it. It'll be a good time. Well, yeah, that's definitely it. I've got nothing else for you. Except for well wishes for your night and your day tomorrow. I hope it's a good one. And I can't wait to catch up at the end of the day, or whatever portion of the day it is in your time zone. Have a good night, good day, good whatever the hell it is, and I will see you tomorrow.